country, we are still reeling with pain and grief over the loss of 42 Ugandans who were killed in the most recent terror attack at Lhubirira school. Apart from that incident, the other regions and territories within Uganda still remain peaceful and calm. I would like to start by maintaining that the death toll still stands at 42 and not 50. We are seeing reports from the media and other corners, people continuing to speculate over the number of the dead. We want to confirm that it still stands at 42, and some of the alleged victims have been identified. And I would like to inform the country that, as you are all aware, we continue to mourn and grieve over the death of 42 people, including 37 children or students in the most recent deadly terrorist attack at Lhubirira Secondary School in Mpondwe, Kasese. Of course, many people have come out to condemn this attack. We want to emphasize that an attack on innocent children is barbaric, is inhuman, and of course constitute crimes against humanity. As a country, we continue to stand by each other in the fight against terrorism and terrorists, no matter how heinous the attack or how brutal or inhumane the methods used, like the way they burnt these innocent students. They will not succeed in destroying or demolishing our solidarity as a country in the fight against terrorism and extremism. Out of the 42 who died, 37 were students. So far, 25 bodies have been examined on post-mortem at Wera Hospital. 23 have been handed over to the immediate friends, relatives, guardians. We still have 2 bodies that have been identified, but the relatives have not claimed them as yet. The list of the dead includes Muhindi Wapalia, aged 25, Kiza Kabugo Rosette, a 15-year-old female student, Kamala Rusia, 15-year-old female student of Senior 2, Kule Martin, aged 22, and a male Senior 2 student, Masereka Eliton, a 17-year-old male Senior 3 student. We have Masika Rosette, aged 17, female student, Katsime Ruth, a 20-year-old female student, and Zabake Macklin, an 18-year-old Senior 2, Mbusa Kiri Luhandi, a 47-year-old school watchman, Nyakato Eliza, a 19-year-old female Senior 2, Bira Ronette, aged 17, Senior 3, Bira Gauba, 20-year-old female student, Mbambo Jr., a 20-year-old female student, Kabugo Jovibine, 16-year-old Senior 1 female student, Bira Melvin, aged 14, a female S1 student, Itungu Marion, a 22-year-old female student, Itungu Joy, 17-year-old female Senior 3 student. We have Bira Amina Rashid, a 17-year-old female juvenile. Then Masereka Zakayo, this one is a 70-year-old peasant who was also killed during the attack. Masika Florence, a 95-year-old female peasant. Itungu Regina, aged 16, a female student. Kabugo Marceline, an 18-year-old female Senior 1. Itungu Macklin, a 12-year-old female student in Senior 1. Kabugo Janet, 16-year-old female student, Senior 1. and Kabugo Bridget Dare, a 16-year-old female student. Again, yesterday, on the 18th of June, our medical and forensic teams also examined the 17 bodies from the mortuary in Fort Portal. All the 17 burnt bodies were male, and the burns were distributed all over the body, the front, the back, and one of the victims had an additional gunshot wound, which means they shot at him while inside the dormitory before they burnt it. Another one had dry flames, that is dense soot in the airway. He was breathing the dry, hot flames. So our teams managed to pick DNA samples from the bodies and also from relatives for comparison. We still have 6 people who remain injured and in hospital. 4 of them remain in Lhubirira. 1 was transferred in critical condition to Chirudu, and an additional 1 was transferred to Mulago National Referral Hospital. Amongst them we have Aliganyira Wilfred, whom we transferred to Chirudu with severe burns for better management. We also have Tumwebaze Godwin, 32, transferred to Mulago. He had head injuries, so he was also transferred for better management. The other 4 still at Lhubirira with not very serious and life-threatening injuries. We have Mbambo Felicitas, aged 50, Kule Elias, aged 18, Mumbere Godwin, aged 16, and Isingoma Julius, aged 21. The 4 survivors, we still have Mumbere Edgar, Kato Moses, Muhindo Stephen, and Kambesa Gideon. The pursuit by the UPDF is still ongoing. At a later stage, we believe they will brief the country on the counter operation. At least 20 arrests have been made of suspected collaborators, suspected ADF collaborators. We also have the head teacher and the director of school as part of our inquiries. They need to give us answers to certain questions. May the souls of our departed Ugandans rest in eternal peace. We also wish the injured persons speedy recovery.